Hello guys, my name's Chris, and in this video I'm going to show you how to build a Discord bot with Python using the Nextcode library. And then let's just get into it. So you're going to go open a web browser. You're going to go to Discord developer portal, click the first link that pops up, go to developers, go to applications. You're going to need to log in. I've already logged in here. And then you're going to click new application. Just tutorial here. Just name it whatever you want. Agree with the terms of service here. Take a second. Alright, then now we're gonna go down to bots. You can choose whatever you want for these, the icon and the banner. I'm not gonna touch that right now. You can also change the username, but this is the important stuff down here. The privilege gateway intents, these are basically just like what type of data you want your bot to have access to. So I'm just gonna enable all of them: presence, remembers, and message content. And then you're gonna hit reset token, and then the token is gonna be generated here. Remember that you don't want this token to be seen by anybody. You want to keep this in a secure place, and if it does get leaked, you can just always reset your token here. So unless like you're working with someone on the bots, you don't want to share this token with anybody. So yeah, that's about it. So actually, let's go to OAuth 2 here. We're gonna invite the Discord bot to our server right now, so we don't forget. We're gonna go down to URL generator, click bot. Don't click any of these, and then click all the permissions that you want to give your bots. I'm just gonna click administrator. This can give them all the permissions. And then now down here, I'm gonna copy the invite link here, and then I'm gonna just paste that in the Discord server, and then I'm gonna invite it to the Discord server we're currently in here. And then here, this is the bot. However, it's not online and it can't really do anything, but we are going to fix that in a way. So now we're going to create a new project. I am using PyCharm. You can use whatever IDE or code editor that you want. So we're going to be using a virtual environment. If you're using something like Visual Studio Code, you are going to have to manually set up a virtual environment yourself, or you can just download all the dependencies globally if you don't want to deal with their virtual environment, but I don't really recommend that. So I'm just gonna create this, and then here I'm just gonna create a main.py file, and then we're gonna open the terminal, and then we're gonna start installing our dependencies. So we're gonna install Nextcode and also python.env. We're installing python.env since because we're gonna store our token that we just generated in here in a .env file. This just adds a extra layer, or like just adds an extra layer of protection here. We don't want to like hard code the token inside of the main code base, because if you are gonna like post the code to Git repository, you don't want people seeing your token. So we're just gonna put it in a .env file. Yeah, and make sure to also add the .env file to your .gitignore. Alright, so after that, we're gonna start importing everything that we need. We're gonna import Nextcode. We're also gonna import OS. This should automatically be installed on your system, so you don't need to worry about installing that with pip. And then from nextcode.ext, we're gonna import commands. And then from .env, we're gonna import load.env, so we can actually load this .env file over here. Okay, so after that, we are going to just load the .env file here, and then we're gonna initialize a bot token variable here, and then with os.getNv, we're gonna load the bot token variable that we created within the env file over here. So after this, we should start initializing the intents that we want to give the bot. So intents is equal to next chord dot intents dot all, I guess. I believe that's how it works. Then after that, what else do we need? Well, I think that's it for that. So now we're gonna create an onReady event. So we're just gonna whenever the bot is online, or whenever we run the main.py file, we're gonna send a message to the console that the bot is indeed working and the action was a success. So we're gonna create an asynchronous function here, onReady, called onReady. After that, we are going to print to the console here with the nef string bot is online. Actually, instead of bot, we're gonna make it bot.user. This is just gonna print out the username of the bot. Oh yeah, actually no, we forgot something. So let's actually initialize our bot instance here. Commands.bot, and then we're gonna just create a command prefix here. We aren't going to be using any prefixes in any of our commands in this series, but I believe that it's still required by Nextcore to create one. So and then we're also going to do intents is equal to intents here, and then that should be it for that. And then we might as well also create an error handler here. So another asynchronous event here, or function, and then on command error, and then we're gonna do ctx and then error. So ctx is just short for context. Context is just it gives your bot the information about the user who executed the command and the channel that the command was executed inside of. So with this, we're gonna do await, and then ctx.send, and then f string here. There was an error with this command, and then we're gonna just print out the error here. So I should probably explain what this is. Async is this is an asynchronous function here. So basically what this does is allow the bot to perform actions without stopping, like blocking other like bot usages. So like if two or more people are using the bot and like executing commands at the same time, it'll allow the bot to respond to multiple people at once. If it wasn't asynchronous, it would only respond to the first person who used the bot in that single time frame, and it would ignore all other commands until the bot was finished with whatever action that it was asked to perform. Alright, so after this, we're done with these. So alright, so onto cogs. So we're gonna we could write all of our commands inside this main.py file, but that would be a little messy and it would be hard to navigate and just maintain the bot. So we will be creating a file or a directory called cogs here, and this is where all our command folders are going to be. Like we're going to make a ping today in this episode, we're going to make a ping command. This is going to be where all the commands are going to be stored in, so just to keep everything tidy, and it's just this best practice. So we're going to create a for loop here. So for file name in the os.list directory here, and then /cogs. Alright, that's the name. And then if file name dot ends with, and then .py. So we're just gonna loop through every file in the cogs directory, and then we're gonna pull all the Python files. After that, we are going to load all of the files that end with .py. That'll be bot.load load underscore extension, and then we're gonna and then cogs dot file name, and then we're gonna remove the last three characters within the file name, which would be .py. After that, we should print to the console here, loaded cog, and then file name. So what this basically does is we loop through the entire cogs folder, we look for all the files that end with .py, and then we load them, and then it outputs it. So that should be it for that. And then now lastly, we want to actually run the bot. So bot.run, and then the token that we just, yep. And then with that, we can actually now run we can run main.py. So with Python, main.py, and then here, tutorial 1474 is now online. Then we go to Discord, tutorial 1474 is online. So right now the bot is online, as you can see it's alive, but currently it does nothing. It's just a statue right now. It doesn't do anything. So we could now start working on our first command so that it can actually do something. So like I said earlier, we're gonna make a ping command. It'll be our first command. It's the most simple command, and I believe that this is the command that every beginner should start with, because this is what I started with, so everyone else just start with it. Alright, so we're gonna import all of our dependencies again. So we're gonna import nextcord, and then from nextcord we're gonna import commands. And then this time we're gonna forgot nextcord.ext, not just nextcord. The .ext is really important here, or else we won't be able to import commands. So then we're also gonna import time, because we're gonna add some flair to it. Or not flair, what am I talking about? We're just gonna for the ping command, we're gonna calculate the latency and the uptime, which is why we need the time. So the uptime is just like how long the bot's been up. So we're gonna create a ping class here, and we're gonna have that ping class inherit commands.cog. And here we're gonna create a constructor here called init with self and bots in the parameters here. And then we're gonna establish this self bot is equal to bot, and self dot start time is equal to time dot time. So what this does, it just gives the ping class access to the information about the bot, which would in this case would be the latency, and this gives the start time. So now we can actually start working on the command. So we're gonna use the decorator nextcord, and since this is gonna be a slash command, we're gonna use the slash command. And then in the parameters, we are gonna give the command a name, and this is just what you're gonna use to execute the command. So I'm just gonna make it ping. And then we're gonna also give the command a description here. So the description would be just outputs, the latency and uptime of the bot as an embed. Alright, so we should be done with that. Now we are going to create an asynchronous function here called ping. And then within the asynchronous function, we have self and then ctx. ctx, like I explained earlier, is context. It just, did I explain it earlier? I kind of forgot. I'm a smooth brain. So I'm just gonna explain it again. So CTX is just context. It just gives the bot access to the information about the user and the channel that the command was executed in. It also allows the bot to send messages as well, send responses. So in here, we're gonna calculate the latency of the bot. So we're gonna establish latency, which is gonna be equal to. We're gonna actually round. We're gonna use the round function here. And then self.bot.latency, I'll explain it in a second. So by default, self.bot.latency, it calculates the latency of the bot in seconds, but we are gonna multiply it by 1000 to get the latency in milliseconds, because that's just the standard measurement of that we use for latency. So that's just that. So and then we're gonna calculate the uptime, and that's just gonna be I believe the current time. So that would be time to time, and then we can subtract that by the start time of the bot, self.start time, and this will give us this is gonna give us how long the bot's been up in seconds. So now after that we have all the information that we need, so we're gonna create the embed. Record.upcase embed. Alright, we are gonna be using an embed, but if you did want to create like a regular message instead of an embed, this is how it would look. You just regular f string here, and then output all of the details that you do want to output here. So this would just display the latency as a regular message, but I'm gonna be a little fancy today and use an embed instead. So for the embed, we're gonna give it a title, and it's gonna be Pong, because why not? And then in the description here, this is where we're gonna display all of the information. So we're gonna display the latency here, just the latency, and we already rounded it, and there should be, I keep forgetting, there should be an f string here, and then milliseconds, and then we're gonna create a new line here, and then we're gonna write up, we're gonna display uptime, and I did forget to round that up, so we're gonna do it here. So we're gonna use the round function again like we did here, and then we're gonna display the uptime here, and then to the nearest decimal place, first decimal place, and then this is gonna be calculated in seconds. If we could calculate it in like days, hours, minutes, seconds, all in one, but that's gonna take a little bit of time, which I do not want to do. I want to make this video as short as I possibly can. It's probably already really long right now, but that's whatever. So after that, we are gonna give the embedded color here. So next.color.red. By default, I believe the embed color would be blue, but I'm gonna change it to red. This is like just a little side part, like right here, a little side part of the embed. That's just gonna change the color. And here we're gonna actually send the embed. So it's gonna be await, and then ctx.send, and then embed is equal to embed. And if I didn't already explain, await, this just tells the bot to, so if you like execute like 2 commands at once, this will tell the bot to wait and not send the second output until this output is finished sending. So let's say we use the ping command 2 times in a row, like really fast, and like the bot hasn't responded yet. So the bot will wait and respond with this first, and then after it's done responding to the first command execution, it will then work on responding to the second command execution, instead of trying to overload itself responding to the command executions all at once, both of them. And then after this, we are pretty much done with the entire command. We are free to go, and then we're gonna create a setup function here. You will need the setup function for every cog that you write. So this is just how you write it. We will need it to be at the end, and then let's add cog, and then within the parameters, we're gonna use the name of the class, so we'll just ping, and then we're gonna add bot inside those parameters again. Okay, and then that should be it. So we're gonna turn the bot off with Control Z, and then we're gonna rerun main.py. As you can see, we loaded the cog successfully, and then the bot is online. So look through here, everything looks fine to me. Go to Discord here. We're gonna restart Discord real quick. Make sure that everything's loaded, everything's saved. Here we're gonna do /ping, and here the command has loaded up, and it outputs the latency and uptime of the bot as an embed, which sounds correct. This is what we have for the description here. And then now we are going to execute the command, and it should work. or not. Alright, so I took a look at the code. It took me way too long to actually figure out what was wrong. So what was wrong is that we actually misspelled init and we did int instead of init. So now it should be correct now. So let's check it. Alright, so it should be right. Now we're gonna rerun the bot again. And everything's working. Alright, so now let's let Discord reload here, and then now let's rerun the command here. Everything should be right now. And then boom. So we do get the embed here, Pong. The latency is 31 milliseconds, and the bot has been up for 18.02 seconds. So I guess that's alright. Thank you guys for watching. I do plan on making this a series. This is gonna obviously be episode 1, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys learned something. And if you guys do have any questions or suggestions on what we should do next inside of this series, just let me know in the comment section. And for questions, you can either just ask them in the comment section, or you can just join our Discord server and ask me here. I'm under the username Chris. And we do have active and friendly staff. They're all welcoming, and this is a new and growing community. We do have our own Minecraft server, Discord server. That's obvious. We do have that, and we do plan on hosting events. We have hosted a couple giveaways of Discord Nitro. We do plan on doing more, but we want the community to grow a little larger before we do anything too crazy. And that's about it. Come and say hi, or if you have any questions, come and join. Come and chat with us. We'd love to have you here. Thank you for watching.